Hello everyone, this is Paushta Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. Today we're going to show you one more useful technique. We're going to show you how to make metal zippers shorter. In order to do that, we're going to use the instruments which we have here in the fashion house. I know that they're not beautiful. Anyway, these are the instruments which we usually use. We're going to make a mock-up of the modeling fabric. It might be a bomber jacket or a skirt in your case. Any garment you want to insert a zipper in. Sometimes it's hard to find a zipper at the needed length. It might be too long. First, we need to put the zipper here and mark its beginning and the end. Be very accurate. Watch the way we are doing it. In our case, the extra piece is pretty big. Cut it in such way that there are still about 4 or 5 extra centimeters left in the zipper. What we're going to do next will be pretty unattractive. Natalie is detaching the extra teeth from the zipper. Be very careful, don't hurry. Remove the teeth one by one. Have a look here. Natalie has cleared about 2 centimeters here. Next, we need to do the same thing on the other side. When it's done, the stub details should be moved where we need them to be.
Их нужно будет поставить обратно.
Natalie is detaching the teeth without remorse. Next, we need to detach the stub details. In order to do that, we need to cut the extra pieces of fabric this way. The stub details should be detached carefully. Next, we need to open them a bit. They're too tight now. We used a hammer and a screwdriver to open the details. We showed you how to do it. This is how they look like now. They can be attached back to the zipper now.
Наташа их поставит вот сюда.
Be very accurate and attentive. Attach the stub details right to the end mark in the zipper. Watch the way Natalie is doing it. Next, we need to do the same thing on the other side. Perfect. Good job, Natalie. The extra details should be cut. Next, we need to insert the zipper in the seam. I remind you that we've marked the beginning and the end of the zipper.
где наши отметки
Make the
ставим
notches
наши
on the marks.
отсечки. Аккуратно
Natalie has
прикладываем
drawn the marks on the wrong side of the details.
Наташа
Pin the
достала
zipper next.
булавками молнию.
Natalie is not going to tack the zipper. You can do it if you want to.
И вот этот уголочек
Have a look at the way
аккуратно
Natalie
посмотрите,
pinned the
как Наташа
angle.
его закладывает. Увела эту
It should be done this way for you to be able to
Возможно,
attach
у
some
него
other
здесь
details
будет
here.
воротник,
A collar, if you're making a bomber jacket, for example, or a waistband,
чтобы
if
здесь
you're
не
making a
было
skirt.
лишней толщины.
We're going to stitch the zipper with a one-sided foot. Do not forget to fix the thread in the beginning. As I've already said, we're using the one-sided foot for stitching.
Делаем строчку.
Stitch the zipper right next to the teeth. We're using the details of the different bright colors for you to see everything clearly.
Нитки,
You
чтобы
should use the details of the matching
Вы,
colors.
конечно, будете смотреть, что вам подходит.
Be very attentive when stitching the zipper.
Зубчиков.
Do not forget to fix the thread in the end.
Хорошо.
Next, we need to stitch the second detail.
Обратите
Pin or
внимание,
take
от
it first.
контрольной точки до
The zipper should be stitched from one notch to the other. If you're afraid of making mistakes, you can tack the zipper first and check if the sides match before stitching them. Natalie is going to stitch the second zipper detail next. I remind you that the zipper should be stitched with the one-sided foot.
Также
Have a look at the way we're
аккуратно
stitching the
уголочек в
angles.
сторону. Закрепляем молнию. В вашем случае
I remind you that we are making the mock-up.
подбор
In your case, the zipper can be edged with the facing or with the lining.
изделия будет.
You can also top stitch the zipper.
Да, можно сделать и отстрочку. Поэтому
Use your
вы
imagination.
уже можете
We've already showed you a lot of useful
это
techniques.
применить.
You can also edge the zipper with a knob locker.
Она может быть
As I've already
просто
said,
обработана
it can be edged with the lining.
это быть молния, а можно все запаковать подкладкой или подборкой.
We were happy to show you this useful technique.
Эту важную
It's not
информацию вы
fancy.
просили.
We showed you the instruments we usually use. These are not some special instruments. This is what we have at hand here in the fashion house.
Но с помощью наших подручных инструментов
We couldn't be able to do it without Natalie being such a professional.
можно убрать
We showed you how to make zippers shorter and how to insert them.
металлическое сделать короткую. Показали вам, как укоротить
That's all for
металлическую
today.
молнию.
Be
так, чтобы
different
она
and
осталась
beautiful.
красивой.
We're Ira and Natalie.
И
Subscribe to
показали,
this
как
channel,
её
write
включать.
comments, share the
Всего доброго.
videos, press
С
the
вами
like
была
and the bell
Ира,
buttons. I would
Наталья
really appreciate your support.
и вся
Thank
наша
you.
команда.
Goodbye.